What's good, YouTube? It's the Craft Studios here, and today I'm going to be reviewing Kirby Star Allies. This is the most current Kirby title that has come out as of lately. So, yeah, I'm going to give you guys my review. And before we do this, make sure to like this video and subscribe if you guys want to see more Kirby content on my channel. I am thinking about streaming this game tomorrow, so you may want to stay tuned for this channel because I might be streaming some of this game. And yeah, and also make sure to check out my new DeviantArt page, even though it's like a 2 months old. Still check it out though. It doesn't matter if you have an account or not, a DeviantArt account. Just check it out and see what I've made, because that will make me absolutely happy. Alright? Alright. Let's hop into this review. So first thing we're going to talk about is the presentation of the game. Now, already looking at this, it looks absolutely amazing. I mean, aside from it just being in HD, the backgrounds are just given like a really cool, like, it's given design. Like, you know, the developers wanted there to be like, you know. The only thing that is a bit of a disappointment with the game though is that it does run at 30 FPS sometimes. Now, I don't know why it runs at 30 FPS on like 60 FPS like I believe the previous, like, I don't know, 3 games. I don't know why it's that. Though, sometimes it kind of varies because I did actually have the chance to play this game on a bigger 4K TV, and it actually was way better on there. It actually had, I can't really tell the frame rate really well in games, but it is sort of noticeable considering, well, it can look a little bit choppy, especially since the game's menus are 60 FPS, which just makes me question why on earth didn't you just stick with us at 60 FPS. Hell, you could literally patch this out right now. But but the game still runs really well, so don't worry about that too much. Next, let's go into the story. Now, I'm not going to spoil anything since this game is sort of new. But yeah, I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, so no spoilers. Basically, this guy or whatever is basically trying to, like, revive some sort of dark being that he apparently believes in or something like that, and sent hearts coming down onto planet Popstar and possessing some of those people like DDD and Meta Knight. Oh no. And it's up to Kirby to do the job. Honestly, what do you expect from a Kirby game? It's as good of a story you're gonna get. Although I will mention, it does get better later on though. It will get better later on though, as it will take a bit of a twist or turn or whatever you prefer. Next, let's talk about the gameplay. Now, the gameplay is just like pretty much almost every single Kirby game out there. You can run, you can jump. However, one of the new things you can do is throw these friend hearts. This basically allows you to friend an enemy that has abilities. Look at that. Just like Kirby Superstar, except this time you can do it with 4 players. This actually really is more reminiscent of the canceled Kirby GameCube game. And that's just really cool because we technically got this game finally. So there ain't a reason to complain, because we kind of got it. You can also unfriend and all that stuff, but another thing you can do is, I'll go up here for it, is you can hold the control stick up. You can add abilities to, like, weapons. Like, with the sword you can add fire, or with the whip you could add, like, water, which that makes no sense, but hey, still. Basically, some people believe it's kind of like Kirby 64, but it's more along the lines of Kirby Squeak Squad. It's more along the lines of that, especially with the fire sword. But yeah, don't expect it to be like Kirby 64. It's gonna be more along the lines of Squeak Squad, so yeah, don't be too upset about that. But for the most part, the gameplay is really good. I think the gameplay is pretty good. I think we could have gotten something a little bit better gameplay-wise, I guess, for this game, but it's like, still, it's fine. It's not the biggest deal out there. Next, I'm going to be going over the controls of the game. Now, I'm going to be judging off of Pro Controller usage, considering I use the Pro Controller almost all the time for almost any game on the Switch, because it's fun. Basically, you use the left stick to run around. Yeah, like that. Sometimes you can walk. Only, however, if you do a double tap on the control stick or the a quick tap, whatever that is, you can dash. The A button allows you to jump. B allows you to inhale or just use your ability. Y and hold drops your ability. X is for your friend hearts, and you can actually control where it lands, like right here. So I can control if it goes there or right there. It's a much better targeting system, considering the previous games didn't. I believe the previous games didn't have that, although I'm not sure. But it's still cool as hell. And you can also guard as well, which can sometimes just block you from attacks. Like that. Next, we're going to be talking about the content that the game gives us. Now, here's where Kirby Star Allies kind of becomes a little bit in this category, because Kirby Star Allies is, well, it kind of lacks content. It's not like it's contentless. However, there are only 4 worlds in the main game, so... And they're pretty short. Although the last world isn't too bad, still though, it could be better. And it's like, really, it's the fact that there's only 4, and the fact that there's just only like really 4 worlds means that the stories that you're gonna most likely finish it within approximately, I don't know, maybe 3 hours. And keep in mind, this game is full price at $60, so keep that in mind, because you may want to play it more safe. However, there are some additional stuff in the game besides the story. There are 2 mini games. One of them is a remake of the Megaton Punch mini game from Superstar, which isn't the worst thing ever. And then there's the Chop Choppers mini game, which honestly, it's not really my favorite. The mini games in this game could have been so much better. Why weren't they like the previous 2 games where they were like much better? Like honestly, like they could have had something like, maybe they could have brought back the 3D Rumble. Although you can run around in the hub worlds like right here. Still, it's just like we really should have gotten something more. We should have gotten some more. There is also the ultimate choice, which is essentially the only time the game gets hard, considering this game is damn easy. I mean, look at my live counter. Look at that. 214 lives. Now, admittedly, I have already played the game a bunch of times, but still, seriously, like, I know Kirby is kind of meant to be for kids and all that crap, but it's like, still, that doesn't excuse the fact that there really could be more difficulty. But the ultimate choice is the only real time that difficulty picks only really happens in the game. And then there's also an extra mode, which is essentially like DDD 2 or the, I believe, Meta Nightmare Returns, I believe it's called. I don't exactly remember. But yeah, it's similar to that, where basically you play through the whole game, but as one of these friend guys. However, the difference is almost a night and day. First of all, The levels are actually connected in a way. They're all connected to each other, so, well, kind of. You know what I mean. And there's also, oh, I forgot. And there's and there's also, special abilities. Instead of finding big puzzle pieces, you'll actually have to find some, like, it's kind of like an RPG almost, because there's actually like stats for like your health, your attack power, or your speed. Honestly, this would have been better to just have in the main game as well, while you think about it. And yeah, that's really kind of all there really is to say. However, there is some DLC coming out in the future for this game. We already got some DLC, which basically includes some new dream friends, because there are different type of friends in the game. Basically, having a dream friend. Here's the thing. Basically, this game introduces dream friends, which essentially grant you characters with more complex abilities. At the game's launch, we had King DDD, who we're going to be fighting right now in a boss fight, Meta Knight, and Bandana Waddle Dee, the entire crew from Return to Dreamland. DD definitely ain't happy. The only thing is, some of these dream friends like DD and Meta Knight, you have to defeat them first before you can actually use them as a dream friend. Although it is kind of funny to have DDD in the same play. Okay, I'm done. And there also was an update to the game that actually has more dream friends. This includes Ryan, my bad, Rick, Kine, and Koo from Dreamland 2. That's really cool. Gooey comes back as well from Dreamland 3. And also, surprisingly, Marks from Superstar Ultra, because remember, he was like the final boss of the game. Why would he be a dream friend? I don't know. But that's kind of all I really have to say about the game, at least in terms of those categories. Now it's time on to my final opinions. What do I think about the game? Do I think it'd be good, or is it not? And what... Well, I personally still think that even though this game does have some even though some people do kind of hate this game a little bit because of some of those reasons, I still feel like the game, at least it still holds up. It's just as fun as any other Kirby game. Although for $60 though, you may want to be a little bit careful. You might want to wait for a price drop. If this was a 3DS game that we were talking about, though, then that would be slightly different. But even then, the 3DS games actually had more, like, they actually had more death in them and even more content than this game. It could have been better, but unfortunately not. And yes, I would recommend this game. I would recommend, there is a demo of the game, so yeah. And for my final score, I'm going to give this game an 8 out of 10. And I just beat the game. Wow. It wasn't even true at all. Ten out of 10. 10 out of 10. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So, thank you guys for watching this review. Make sure to like and subscribe if you guys want me to do more review videos. I highly recommend you guys check out my Super Mario Odyssey review and my Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze review, because those are up. Well, the Odyssey review's been up for a while, but I highly recommend checking them out. I'm going to try and review more games. outside Nintendo games in the future. And yeah, and also let me know in the comment section if you guys agree with this review video. Do you agree with me, or do you not? That wasn't very good wording. I'm sorry. And also make sure to check out my new DeviantArt page, simply called Nintendo Craft Studios. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Take care.